Hello everyone, I'm Iris. Today my sharing will about the virtual reality technology's benefits for the museums in the future. I guess most of you have watched the film Night at the Museum and hope to be like the hero in it, to have a wonderful adventure in museums with all those historic objects flying, moving around, or even talking to you. Are you a big fan of museums, galleries, or exhibitions, but always worry that you don't have enough time or money to visit them all over the world? Or do you always feel bored when brought to museums to see those dead things? Okay, it doesn't matter because now with the technology of virtual reality, museums and galleries will be much more available and interesting than they have ever been in history. Nowadays, with the advent of 3D computing and affordable head-mounted displays, it is already possible to walk around in virtual representations of buildings, cities, and other settings. In this virtual world, everything is digital, so that physical constraints like time, gravity, distance, or just too many people waiting in line to see something simply do not apply. Our focus for today will be on the virtual reality's benefits for museums. It did offer great opportunities for museums, galleries, and archives. And I will talk about these benefits from mainly four aspects. The first one is the broader accessibility. Second is about better participation or engagement for the audience. And third, I will talk about something about its benefits for the school education. And at last, I will talk a little bit about the better protection of cultural or historic relics kept in the museums. Now let's come to the first point. With virtual reality technology, existing museums can be recreated digitally online so that people all around the world can visit them from exactly where they are. They don't have to step out of their home, their community, their country. So how can this be possible? So let's see this. This one is a headset or a glasses. It is very cheap and just no more than $20 US. You can buy it, you can buy one, and then download an app that developed by the museum itself in your smartphone, in your Apple or your Samsung. Then you can use the mobile phone and your glasses to realize the dream to visit the foreign museums. This just breaks the limitation caused by distance and time. Let's take Europeana as an example. It is a trusted source of cultural heritage brought to you by the Europeana Foundation and a large number of European cultural institutions, projects, and partners. With the Europeana's website and its app, you can explore millions of items from a range of Europe's leading galleries, libraries, archives, and museums. You can find books and manuscripts, photos and paintings, television and films, sculpture and craft, and diaries and maps, sheet music and recordings. They are all here waiting for you to explore them. Europeana also asked the Dutch design agency Archivision to develop a 3D model of a small fictional museum, in which you can appreciate some of the masterpieces from the Dutch Rijksmuseum, located in Amsterdam. For this demo, they used a development kit for the Oculus Rift virtual reality glasses. Oculus is just a VR technology company in California. Using the headset, you can walk around and see the paintings at much closer range than would be possible in reality. When you turn your head, your view changes accordingly, and giving you a sense of actually being in the museum. Yeah. Now let's come to the second benefits. The second benefit is that it will provide a better engaging experience of the audience who visits the museums. It can make them feel more real and more immersive. The British Museum has just launched its first virtual reality weekend to take visitors back to Bronze Age in August last year. During that VR weekend, visitors to engage with the past can not only realize that through the real objects in the galleries, but can also through state-of-the-art 3D headsets, tablets, and a projection of the recreated house into a dome structure large enough for groups of 5 to enter. So 5, yeah. The project of the British Museum has been going on since 2009 in the Samsung Digital Discovery Center, and until now, more than 60,000 young people have visited it there. And according to the staff in the museum, this technology is particularly useful for the Bronze Age because it is a especially difficult period because it's very far away. It is prehistoric. So visitors are hard to engage with and imagine museum objects in their original context. But they are really mysterious but loaded with ideas about prestige, power, life, and death. So even though it's difficult to understand, it's meaningful to understand. Now, with the glasses and the virtual reality app, you are placed in the middle of a settlement of prehistoric roundhouses. Using the GeoVR's touch panel, you sweep forward and backward to move into and around one of the roundhouses. And you can select the scanned objects by looking at them and tapping them once. The museum's curator of the European Bronze Age collection will also narrate in your ear via your headphones. And so you can listen to his explanation and introduction about the story of what you are looking at. You can view the objects from different angles as you tilt and move your head. Yeah. So I think the participation and accessibility is the biggest benefits that VR can bring. But third, we should not forget its benefits for the school education. As we all know, field trips are a great way for teachers to engage students and give them a first-hand understanding of a subject. But they are not always practical or even possible, and students may not so interested in going to the museums. But now the problem seems to have a perfect solution. American Museum of Natural History joins with Google to launch virtual reality visits. The program is named Expeditions, and it allows teachers to make their curriculum come alive by taking their students on field trips to almost anywhere they can imagine, and while staying in their comfortable classroom. Any student with a smartphone and a cardboard headset can take a virtual tour of the museum's Barnard Family Hall of North American Mammals, the Hall of Dinosaurs, and the Mustang Hall of Ocean Life from the comfort of their classroom. As for me, I also have a similar experience in museums, which related to virtual reality technology. It is not 3D, but it is similar. Now I will show you the picture. Yeah. This is a picture that I took when I went to the National Museum of Taiwanese Literature last week. And the picture shows a scene in a novel written by a Taiwanese writer, but she came from Chinese mainland. Yeah, here. This picture, you can see in the picture the small tables and the stools are just tiny model that placed on the on the table, but the people here they can move. There are images that projected on the screen, so I can see I can see their actions, listen to their conversations, just like watching a movie, but more engaged, and I can better understanding what they're talking about, and it's just like the what is written in the book come alive. So it's very interesting. Mm, in addition to the British Museum and the American Museum of Natural History, or the Taiwanese Literature museums, there are many other museums and apps that can provide you this experience, like the new Wolfbird VR app and the Courtauld Gallery, which is housing one of London's most famous art collections. And if you have interest, you can just search more information about that. And oh yeah, we still have the fourth benefits didn't mention. It's the better protection of the cultural relics. It's easy to understand, right? Because more visitors will see the objects that is scanned and see it in his video, in his VR screen. So less of the real objects will have to be displaced, and the museums can save more money and staff to protect them. And the real the original version of this objects of these exhibits can just be kept in a more secret and closed place. So at last I want to say that it is about time to sleep, so you can just close your eyes and imagine being able to visit the Laura or the Risk Museum or the American Museum of Natural History all in one day. Imagine looking at the world's most famous masterpieces from your favorite chair in your own home. And imagine being able to look around museums and visit heritage sites that you otherwise might never be able to see because you can't afford it or aren't physically able to travel. With VR technology, you can just have broader accessibility and better participation experience. And it can also benefit school education and the protection of cultural relics. Thank you.